rules define the function in each of the following graphs. On the left, I see three pieces, so I'm going to get set up with an f of x equals this big brace. And then I need to fill in with a function and a domain, and a function and a domain, and a function and a domain. In some places, some books, some worksheets, some tests, you might see if here. Instead of a comma, you might see if. All right? I think this one we typically use, let's see. Yeah, we use commas right here, right? In some books, you might see an if statement. Just wanted to mention that. So the first piece, I'm going to go ahead and leave red, and it looks like a flat line at an x value of 7. There's no x when it's flat, right? No x. And it spends its career up there at 7 when x travels from -5 to -2. From -5 to -2. And I'm going to go ahead and put equal signs on both of them. Next, it starts this downward trend until x, don't forget about the scale here, until x gets to 3. So it's on that downward green piece when x goes from, yep, that was a -2, from -2 down to +3. It's on that downward trend from -2 to +3. Let's include the 3 in the green part, but not the -2. Because we already included the -2 in the red part. We're not going to put it in both. Now we need the equation of that green line. Well, it's an mx plus b because I just said it's a line. The b is going to be 5 because it crosses right through here at 5. And I believe that the slope is -1 because it's going, remember the scale here, a half a block is down 1, a half a block to the right is over 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1. I think the slope is -1. So -1x plus 5 should be the rule for that green part right here. The final little piece, I'll do in blue, it looks like it goes from 4, 5 up to 6, 9. So the x's go from 4 to 6, including the 6, but not the 4. Notice there's a little gap here. The domain does not include numbers between 3 and 4. There is a gap between this point and this point. So if I asked you for the domain, it would not go from -5 to 6. It would go from -5 to 3, and then again from 4 to 6. All right, the overall domain would not include numbers between 3 and 4. But let's get that equation for that line. I'm pretty sure the slope is 2, so I'm going to put a 2x there, and here's how I know. The y climbs from 5 to 9. That's a rise of 4. The x goes from 4 to 6. That's a run of 2. Rise over run is another way to think about slope. So the slope of that line is 2. Now, the way to find the y-intercept of this blue line is to walk it back until you reach the y-axis. It looks like it might be around -3. But I'm going to show you one more way to find the y-intercept if you're not quite sure. Ready? You're going to take a point and slope and go ahead and put it into y equals mx plus b. Put the y value, 5, in for y. Put the m that we're pretty sure of in, that's 2. and put the x that goes with the 5 in for x. If 5 equals 2 times 4 plus b, I think b does have to be negative 3. I think that's a good y-intercept. When we prove it, 5 would equal 8 plus b, and when we subtract 8 from both sides, b must be negative 3. That confirms it. The y-intercept is negative